skyrocketed from a few pennies to a few dollars. Confirmation time went from 10 minutes to sometimes hours. And so I think that added a lot of urgency in the last year, which kind of culminated in the recent split.
So, Jake, you were very involved in Bitcoin Cash kind of coming to be where it is now. Since the fork is in the past, we can kind of spill some dirty secrets here. Talk about what does it take to successfully pull off a hard fork, and what is kind of some of the behind the scenes activity that all three of you saw, the politicking, the negotiating, the alliances that help organize communities so that a fork is possible?
So Simon said his initial impression about Bitcoin was, oh, if anyone can just go off and create a new coin, that will undermine the value of Bitcoin. But it's really not so simple. You need to have developers, you need to have miner support, and you need to have industry support, user support. There has to be demand for the thing. So I think Bitcoin Cash has done so well because there's been a lot of people who wanted that, and they've kind of propped up the price. Lots of exchanges and wallets supporting that.
And talk a little bit, what does that lobbying process look like? I know there was a lot of communication that went on with miners. What are the questions that they ask? What are kind of the core concerns that they want answered when analyzing a potential fork?
So for the last year or two, people from both sides of the debate have been flying all around the world, especially to China, where most of the Bitcoin miners are based. And I've been involved with that for Bitcoin Cash. And it's kind of like meeting with them, hearing their concerns, oftentimes clearing up their misunderstandings about what this means.
Simon, Arthur?
I guess from an exchange perspective, I would say that the Bitcoin Cash hard fork was very poorly organized. It was sort of like a surprise. There was the, Jihan said there might be a hard fork. UASF happened, UASF didn't happen, and then all of a sudden there's Bitcoin Cash that's coming along. The initial version didn't have any replay protection, which basically means that exchanges that held customer Bitcoin and wallets could essentially leak it. And it was after some incessant badgering over some of the forums that the Bitcoin Cash team finally added replay protection to the coin, which is essentially allowed some of the exchanges to support it and give the customers their Bitcoin Cash. So hopefully any subsequent hard fork teams will definitely add strong two-way replay protection and give enough time for wallets and exchanges to do the technical work so they can support it, rather than in 3 weeks saying, hey, we're going to do a hard fork and we expect you guys to support it.
Yeah, on the actual day of the hard fork, I think it was like the quiet